tutorial, how to solve a 3x3 beginner's method.
Yeah.
So yeah, first step is learning your two algorithms, the righty alg and the lefty alg. The righty alg is 4 moves and the lefty alg is the same 4 moves, just reversed. So the righty alg is lefty alg. So if you're like, what is he saying? L prime, U prime, R prime, what prime? Basically, this is what we call the letter notation. So R prime. U is up, the up part of the cube. Whatchamacallit. And then L is, and then U prime is the other way, is clockwise. L is just left, and then L prime is like L left counterclockwise, same thing. U prime counterclockwise, U clockwise. And then we have D, which is down, and then we have D counterclockwise, which is just D counterclockwise. I mean down counterclockwise. So now that you know the letter notation, and if this is not making sense to you, that was like a very brief explanation, so then I go recommend you go learn the letter notation, then come back to this video. So first off, let's give our cube a scramble. Scramble up your cube real quickly. I'm just not looking at it. I have my cube here. And it's all scrambled. So the first thing we're gonna do, oh yeah, one more thing before we actually get to solving the cube. Take this as note. The yellow is always gonna be opposite from the white. The green is always gonna be opposite from the blue. Red, orange, and yeah. So we're gonna find the yellow center, and then these pieces are the edge pieces. These pieces, these 4, are the corners. These 4 edges, these 4 corners. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna find the yellow center, and then have all 4 of these pieces be white edges. So to do that, we have to find our white edges. I have one right here. It's a white edge. So what I'm gonna want to do is, if it's here, I can't move it up because that would not destroy. It would mess up this one. So I'm gonna want to move. I'm gonna want to do a U prime move, and then I'm gonna want to move this one, and then I'm gonna do an R, because here, if we move it like this, then we can get the edges there, because this is probably very confusing. When we have this edge here, and we need to get it here, if we turn it, this edge goes backwards, so then we can just put it right in there. The next one we have on the bottom, we're gonna want to do the same thing we wanted to do with this edge, or was it this edge? I don't really know. We're gonna want to turn it, except this time, we're gonna want to turn the right twice, so we can get this edge, the white edge here. Now we have what we call our daisy, because it looks like a daisy, yellow, 4 white pieces. So then what we're going to do is we're going to want to look at these 4 faces of the cube. Let's start here. We have an orange center, and a red edge piece. We need the corresponding edge piece, which means this piece needs to be orange. So So let's turn the top. Now we have the corresponding colors, orange to orange. Then we're gonna want to turn this side, the side that has it like this, 180 degrees. We're going to turn the cube this way and do it again. Green, blue does not match, so we're going to want to turn it. Blue does match, then we're going to want to turn it 180 degrees. Then we're going to turn it this way. Red and red already match. So all we're going to need to do is turn this 180 degrees. We're going to turn it this way, and these two match, except there's an orange centerpiece. We need the white centerpiece. So we're gonna turn it anyways, and now we have a white centerpiece, and these two match. So we're gonna want to turn this 180 degrees. Now we have a white cross with the reds, blues, oranges, and greens all corresponding. Okay, the next step is to get the mini T's. So when we look at the cube like this, we will have this layer done, and it would be corresponding with its center. So we have to look for white pieces on the bottom row. In this case, we do not have any bottom pieces. When we're going to do that, if we have them on the bottom or the top, what we're going to want to do is, if we have them on the top, we're going to want to turn it not straight, but we're going to want to turn it sideways until we get to this point where these are here. This is one turn away, and this is what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and this piece is here. You know what I'm saying? This piece, I'm confusing myself. So this piece needs to go here, but this piece cannot go with it because then it will be the same situation. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to turn the bottom and then turn that up. And now our cross is still there, and we got these two pieces from the top, or no, from one from the top and one from the bottom to here. Next step, we're gonna want to look at the bottom of our cube, and we're gonna want to see what this corner piece is. For right here, we have a white, orange, and blue. So what we're gonna want to do is we have the blue below it. So we're gonna want to turn it to the blue, except we can't just turn it up because that will ruin our cross. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to move it out of the way, move it R prime down so that we mess up the cross, and we're gonna want to put this piece back. We're gonna want to move it back up so we didn't ruin our cross, and now we have this piece here. We're gonna want to look at the bottom. We have a red piece. We want to go over here again. We can't move it up because that ruins our cross. So we want to move it out of the way, move it down, move it back in the way, and then move it back up. We're gonna want to keep doing this. We shouldn't move it, and here we have another one on the top. Instead of moving it straight, we should move it this way. And then we move it out of the way, and move this back up. And we want to look, we have a blue on the bottom. Can't move it up, so we're gonna have to move it out of the way, down, in the way, and back up. We want to look for our last corner piece, which is right here. And then we're, again, instead of moving it straight, we're gonna want to move it this way. Turn the bottom, turn it back up. We have a green under it. We can't move it up. We gotta move it out of the way, down, in the way, and then back up. So next thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do the cross. The cross, it's like the daisy, except much easier. We just have to make a yellow cross. So the line is the first scenario. What we're gonna wanna do on the line is we're gonna wanna do an F turn. There's another one we have is the L, where we're gonna wanna do a move called F small, or F small. Cross. Another way to there's one more one where we have the dot. The dot is probably the hardest scenario, but it's like still very simple. Where we're gonna the corners. So what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna have all of these corners with their corresponding centers. So this one would be a solved corner. Orange, green, yellow. Because there's an orange and a green and a green and a yellow center all next to each other. This one, red, yellow, blue, would not be correct. So we're gonna need to do something, because if this one's solved and this one's not, we're gonna have to do something called an adjacent swap. An adjacent swap is your righty alg 3 times, and then with your hand, you're gonna wanna turn it, so your fingers are still on that, and so if your fingers are on this part of the cube, you're gonna wanna turn it to where your fingers are, and just put your left hand, and we're gonna do that 3 times from here. So, here, we have it, and but we can't just do it from anywhere. We have to do it from an incorrect corner. So if we were to do it from here, it would take way too long to do it. So from here, we're gonna wanna just do the adjacent swap. And now we have these 2 corners. Red, blue, yellow, orange, blue, yellow. This is not blue, so we're gonna wanna do it from the incorrect corner again. Now let's try this. Put this one in the correct. Orange, blue, yellow, green, orange, yellow, red, green, yellow. These are 3 incorrect corners. The adjacent swap, you should only have to do it twice at the max. So yeah, it's a pretty easy step. And then next step we're gonna want to do is getting these 2 to be green edges, red edges, blue edges, and orange edges, and then have some weird thing in the middle. Anyways, so we're gonna want to flip over our cube. We're gonna want to see this piece. We're gonna want to have this piece. We're gonna want to put our right hand here, and we're just gonna want to. We have this piece here. We're gonna want to righty alg. One of the most specific parts of the cube, do not turn the cube, do a D move, just turn the bottom, do not go like this, because that will mess up the whole thing. Turn it, we got another piece right here, righty alg it in, and now it's in, we're going to want to turn the down again, and then we have our last one, we're going to righty alg it in, and if you have your corners correct, should have either you might not have a solved side, but in this case I do, and this. Note, if you do, what am I doing? If you have a thing where your corner is here and it's here, you're still gonna want to righty alg that in. So if this corner, like say this yellow is here, and I can't get it here, even though it's here, you can still righty alg it in, and if you did everything correctly, it should still look like this. Anyways, if you have a solved side, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to do the righty alg once, lefty alg, righty alg 5 times, lefty alg 5 times, and then the cube either will be solved, you'll have a side, or you'll have to do it one more time. If you don't have a side, however, you just want to go to any random side and do a righty alg, a lefty alg, righty alg 5 times, a lefty alg 5 times, and then you'll have a side, and you're going to want to do this. In this case, my cube was solved, but if you need to do it again, if it's not solved, do it again from the solved side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you, and you can teach your friends with this method. It's very easy to learn, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So bye.